So now that we have simple output, what can we do to help format that output so not everything simply goes to the left-hand side of the terminal window and just outputs like it would be, essentially a huge string of characters. If you flip over to page 35, what we see there, table 2.2, are what are known as escape sequences. They are typed into C++ exactly the way you see that there. They do not require quotation marks. They do not require to be outside of quotation marks. Actually, if you have the very first one, the Newline escape sequence, for example, \n, in the middle of a piece of text that is inside of quotation marks, it will do exactly what it is supposed to do. So these are keywords reserved by the system. These are things to help you format the output of text, format the output of data of any sort. So if we're looking at numerical data, if we're looking at string data, if we're looking at character data, it doesn't matter. These Newline character these escape character sequences, rather, the first of which is Newline, will help you be able to get through and really force the terminal window to look the way you intend it to. So since we've mentioned it already, we'll use it again, is the Newline sequence, \n. This is like hitting enter or return on your keypad. The cursor will move to the beginning of the next line. The next one, absolutely useful, the \T. This is a tab character. A word of caution on tabs: not every system looks at a tab stop as the same width. This is something that you would not do if you were developing a program for use on Windows systems, Mac systems, and Linux systems, and web systems, so online forms, for example. Each system looks at a tab stop length at being a different width, so absolutely be careful with this one. Is it good enough for us here for the class? Yeah, absolutely. But just let that sit in the back of your mind for later on down the road. We'll see an opportunity to really enforce exactly what it is that we want, instead of just to guess that, yeah, a tab stop here is going to be what I expect it to. \A, alarm. It's annoying. It is not a well thought out beep. It is the horrible system beep that comes up when something goes horribly, horribly wrong with your system, so do be aware of that one. Backspace, it will actually move the cursor one character to the left. So if you think about things like displaying A, then B, then C, without having A and B and C all be displayed separately, you would be able to use something like the backslash. The return \R, instead of going to a new line and putting the cursor at the beginning of whatever the next line in the terminal is, it actually returns the cursor to the start of the current line. So if you were thinking about overwriting an entire line of text, this is how you would do that inside of the terminal. In case you are interested in showing quotes, the \/ single quote will actually display the opening single quote, and the \/ double quote will show the opening or closing double quote there. So those are the escape sequences. You will notice at the very bottom of page 35, we have one long string of text. One \n, TWO, \n, THREE, \n, all in one line, all in the same set of quotation marks. And you will notice, if you were to type that particular program out, that in fact, yes, 1 is on line 1, 2 is on line 2, and 3 rather is on line 3. So you do not have to separate, inside of different quotation marks. You don't have to put them new escape sequences on different lines. You can put them right in line wherever it is that you are typing out your program, and it's going to actually display them wherever the proper display for those is supposed to be.